Enosh lived 90 years and begot Canaan. After he begot Canaan, Enosh lived 815 years and had sons and daughters. So all the days of Enosh were 905 years, and he was unalive. So Enosh is the third removed from Adam. You have Adam, then you have Seth, and then you have Enosh. So Enosh is the great-grandchild of Adam. So if you remember in the account of Genesis chapter 2, verses 17, when Yahweh told Adam and Eve, "But of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat, for in the day that you eat of it you shall be surely unalived." So there's a dual application. You have it within our realm, it is applied, and then you have it within the heavenly realm that it is applied. So let's start within our realm. Within our realm, he said, "In the day that you eat of it, you shall be unalived." So already within the third generation, you can see it within the second generation, because Adam lived 930 years and he was unalived. His son lived 912 years, Seth, and he was unalived. So already from Seth to Adam, you see the declination. You see that, okay, now humans are beginning to be unalived quicker than before. So Adam 930, and then his son Seth 912, and then Adam's great-grandchild Seth's son Enosh lived to be 905 years. So you have 930, you have 912, and then you have 905. So that's in our realm, because we work on that 365 days of a year calendar. So but let's bring it into the spiritual application, the heavenly application. So 1,000 years for us is a day for Yahweh Elohim. A day for God is 1,000 years for us. So he said, "In the day that you eat of it, you shall surely be unalive." Well, in the spiritual and the heavenly application, his word does not return to him void, because no one ever reached the 1,000-year mark. Methuselah lived to be 969 years, so he was close to 1,000 years, but no one ever lived on earth to be 1,000 years. Yes, we have Moses, we have Elijah, who have, yes, reached that 1,000-year mark because they're in heaven right now, along with those who were resurrected when Jesus was resurrected, but that's not the point. I'm talking about on earth, right? Methuselah was the only one to ever reach close to 1,000 years, 969. And if a day for Yahweh Elohim is 1,000 years for us, his word it never returned to him void. His prophecy had a dual application: a physical application, a metaphysical, a worldly, earthly application, and a spiritual application. So in the worldly application, remember, we begin to see the declination of humanity. So you have Adam at 930, you have his son Seth at 912 and he was unalive, and then you have his son Enosh at 905, he was unalive. So you see the declination of humankind, okay? And then also in the spiritual and heavenly realm, no one ever reached the 969 years. So Genesis chapter 5, verses 9 through 11.